Hello, and welcome back to Daybreak.
We have the inside scoop on what's going on around Point Park's campus in downtown.
As well as a change in Pittsburgh night and sky and more coming up.
Wake up and smell the coffee, Pittsburgh, because Daybreak starts right now.
Starting out with the weather report, it has been chilly in these past few days in Pittsburgh, fluctuating between low 60s and high 50s. But this next week, it'll be warming up a little bit later in the week, reaching high 70s, with the low being in the high 40s for the most week. Classic Pittsburgh weather, everybody, is extremely different.
Western Pennsylvanian farmers Brittany Eisenman and her husband Corey have organized a northern Western Pennsylvania hay drive in response to the devastation caused by Hurricane Helene to North Carolina farmers. With tractor trailers provided by McKissick Trucking, a trucking company centered in Venus, PA, the Eisenmans, along with other farmers from counties surrounding Pittsburgh, have been able to, through donation alone, send over 1,000 hay bales, as well as farming supplies, solar panels, and other necessities to fellow farmers in need in North Carolina. For more information on how to help, you can visit the NWPA Hay Drive on Facebook, reach them by text at 814-221-4291, or by email at nwpahaydrive@gmail.com.
Being away from home and starting to feel homesick, along with the fall semester in full swing, students need a break. Resident Life at Point Park is here for students with Pioneer Adventure Weekend, or PAW. PAW is a 2-day, 1-night trip where students take a bus up to Deer Valley and enjoy a few days in the wilderness where they can unplug. All for $10, students can partake in activities such as a high ropes course, all-night Halloween movies, glow walks, and games. Snacks and meals will also be provided for students, so all they have to worry about is having fun. Not only is PAW a way for students to take a break, it is also an opportunity for students to meet other people that they wouldn't have maybe been able to meet on campus. Students are leaving at 10 a.m. this Friday and expected to get back on Saturday at 10 p.m. Make sure to pack comfortable shoes, bedding, and warm clothes. What not to bring? Well, let's just say leave your schoolwork in your dorm. So, I'm going on PAW. What about you guys?
I'm not. I had no idea this was going on, sadly. It sounds like so much fun.
Yes, I'm very excited. I also heard there's like traditional games where like they like hide something like all over like the whole like place, and you have to like search for it, and I heard you search for it until like 3 in the morning. So that sounds interesting.
That sounds like fun.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Does not sound like you'll be getting much sleep, I will say.
I know, but it's only 2 days. It's one night. I can
It's
do
a Friday
it.
night.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds like so much fun. I hope everyone has a lot of fun.
What about you, Berkeley, with the farmers? I mean, that's wonderful that they're helping out with the hurricane.
Oh, it's just really beautiful. It's just like to see so much solidarity between like farmers and like to see people be able to empathize with other people.
It's so wholesome.
Yes, it is very wholesome.
So wholesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
A new light display will be coming to downtown Pittsburgh's Mellon Square this holiday season. The Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy announced that the plans for a new light display, called Aurora, will open during Light Up Night on the 23rd of next month. This display will feature hundreds of diamond-shaped panels that change colors when the wind blows and when people touch them. The president of the Parks Conservancy said, quote, "By bringing the community together, we're celebrating Mellon Square as a downtown oasis that shines even brighter during winter. We're excited to offer an immersive experience that invites residents and visitors alike to feel the warmth and wonder of the holidays in a whole new way," end quote. This display will remain up through mid-January.
Pandas Bao Li and Qing Bao are set to arrive to the Smithsonian Zoo in Washington, D.C. after 11 months of having no panda exhibit, when the previous pandas were returned to China November 2023. China has been gifting pandas to numerous countries as a diplomatic strategy, this strategy being coined as panda diplomacy. This arrangement between China and the U.S. has been in practice since the Nixon administration as an attempt to ease the normally thick tension between the two economic superpowers. Over the past few years, however, American zoos have been returning their pandas to China, and that has given people the idea that China is through with continuing this diplomatic tradition with the U.S. However, with the arrival of Bao Li and Qing Bao, many are relieved to see the two nations continue to try to remain diplomatic.
I love pandas. I think they're adorable.
They're so cute.
Wouldn't that have been terrible to have no pandas?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, and also it's kind of scary when you think about, like, we're like, oh no, no pandas, but then you're like, oh my gosh, like, it could be, like, against China and against the U.S., and it's like, whoa, like,
What's happening?
I know, like, minor things can, like, lead to big things. And it's
Exactly.
just kind of crazy, so.
And oh my God, those new lights, so adorable.
They don't have any like big pictures of them yet, but they look so cool. Like being able to go up and touch one of them
Really?
would be so cool.
That's really interesting, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. Clinical trials for fasciculohumeral muscular dystrophy, or FSHD, are currently waiting to be approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. FSHD is the fourth most common type of muscular dystrophy and where skeletal muscles slowly deteriorate over time. Researchers know what causes that disease and have developed therapies that slow down the deterioration process of the muscles. However, it does not completely cure the disease. Dr. Nicholas Johnson said, quote, "Drug development doesn't always work the way you want it to, but the good news is with multiple trials going, we are optimistic that we are going to find one that works," end quote. The biggest impact on researchers to make progress in finding the cure for FSHD is holding an event on November 3rd at the National Arbory on Pittsburgh's north side. There is expected to be 8,700 people attending so far in hopes to make a difference and help find a cure for FSHD.
The northern lights were visible to see up here in Pittsburgh last Thursday night. Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania as a whole fell between 7 and 9 on the K index, which reflects the magnitude of a geomagnetic storm such as this one. The range of 7 being listed as strong and 9 being listed as extreme was seen throughout the state. The northern lights were able to be seen due to a geomagnetic storm that sent solar wind towards the Earth. The charged protons and electrons followed the Earth's magnetic field. The National Weather Service says that we are in an active solar cycle, something that happens every 11 years.
Those nights, like the northern lights, are so cool because I'm from Michigan, and I saw them in Michigan, like, on, like, the summer, kind of, like, right before I graduated. It was crazy.
I went home this weekend and I saw them in my backyard, and it was insane.
No,
Like, I freaked out.
I took pictures.
So did I.
They're
Yeah.
crazy.
It's really terrible because I didn't get to see them at all.
Aw.
I
sorry.
went out to
Sucks.
the point, didn't see a thing. And I was so angry.
That's, like, just all the city lights, I'd assume.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess so, but apparently you could, like, if you, like, use night vision on your phone, that's what my mom said, you could, like, see them. So I just didn't know, and I felt so punked. It was really terrible.
that's hilarious. Also with the FSHD, I think it's, like, so cool because, like, I remember, like, learning about it in, like, freshman, like, biology. And I'm like, oh my God, like, muscular dystrophy, like, oh my gosh. And I was like, oh my God, they're, like, finding a cure because I remember it's, like, no cure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy to, like, finally find a cure for something we, like, learned about for, like, I feel like
Forever.
3 months.
That's
Yeah.
really, like,
High school.
that's really monumental.
It is.
Yeah, because they were like, there's no cure because of, like, chromosomes and all that stuff. And then I saw it and I was like, holy crap, like, I'm excited. So. Anyways.
We're gonna go for a quick break, but when we get back, Jake Bell with Sideline Slice.
A special report from Ethan Rosinski for Pamela Smack.
And Kate Montgomery covering all the things Charlie XCX. Don't go anywhere, Daybreak. We'll be right back.
Three, two, one. Take them cue and open their mics.
Today marked the 1-year anniversary of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette strike.
Point Park University just hosted a campus-wide meeting.
Plans for the rapid transit bus line are not set to conclude until 2025.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Sideline Slice. I'm Jake Bell, and one of the most dominant stretches in college sports history is at a current pause. Pitt women's volleyball just lost their first game of the season versus SMU and sit at 15-1 on the year. They haven't just been beating teams, however, they've been outright dominant. Pitt has only lost 4 sets all season and have swept 14 of their 16 opponents. Their loss to SMU was the only instance where the Panthers have lost more than 1 set in a single match. Right side hitter Olivia Babcock not only leads the team in kills and aces, but now holds a Pitt record. She would reach 12 service aces against Boston College, the only person in Pitt history to do so in a single match. The previous record was 8, held by Diana Andraco in 2005. After being a game away from reaching the national championship last year, Pitt is looking for their revenge. Nebraska ended their hopes last year, and Pitt would respond with 15 straight regular season wins. Let's see what these girls have in store for the rest of the way.
So, Jake, do you think this lose is going to help the Panthers come back better?
I think it will, and this is why. Last year, it just seemed like that loss just drained them, and they came out firing at all cylinders to start the year. I don't think this loss is really a setback. I think it's just, they just happened to lose that. They just weren't on their game that day. I think they're going to come out firing all cylinders. They want the national championship this year, and you could see it, and I think that's going to be the case.
Do you think, like, the loss is kind of that, like, because, you win, then, you forget that winning takes grit? Do you think, like, this loss is the wake-up call for them to start, like being conference championships this year? What's your think?
I think it's a reality check for sure. Like, now they're a team that's beatable. I think they just have to rally together, understand why they were number 1 in the first place, and just realize how good they are. And I think they'll just be fine. I think this is just more of a reality check now. They can't say, oh, we're dominant, we sweep all these teams. Now it's like, okay, we have to pull this together because we all are looking for the same goal. So.
Yeah, but like winning, like only losing 1 out of like 16 games, right? That's crazy.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it's almost historic for sure. I mean, it's so hard for any sport to go that long without losing, especially in volleyball, where you never know. I mean, it's not like a game where, like football, where if you have this amazing quarterback, it's going to be very tough to lose games. In volleyball, like, it's a full team sport, so it's definitely crazy for sure. So.
Well, thank you so much, Jake.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Last week, PolitiSpec reporter Ethan Rowinski was not in the studio to do a report because he was working on a special package. With the peak of political tension in the key swing state, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Barack Obama were here campaigning in Pittsburgh. Ethan has more with this story.
I'm here at the Fitzgerald Ford House at the University of Pittsburgh, where former President Barack Obama is set to speak here very soon on behalf of the Kamala Harris campaign. The last time he was in Pittsburgh was for John Fetterman's campaign back in 2022. With him going back specifically to a college campus, it begs the question of just how much importance is the Kamala Harris campaign going to be putting on college voters. Obama is beginning his media blitz for the next 27 days, where starting off in the Steel City is a key indicator on how important this campaign views not just Pennsylvania, but Western Pennsylvania specifically. According to 538's aggregate poll, Harris is leading Trump barely by half a point. Effectively, this race is a dead tie. The Harris campaign is hoping that stops like this, with a Democrat powerhouse like Obama speaking, will give them the final push they need to secure Pennsylvania.
I've said it before. Donald Trump is a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago.
The rally also featured other speakers, from Pittsburgh Mayor Ed Gainey to Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, all discussing the dangers of a second Trump presidency and how the Harris campaign is built on freedom.
In this country, we value our freedom. We cherish our democracy, and we love this country.
The Harris campaign has been working tirelessly to incorporate that patriotism into the campaign, and with the entire event's backdrop being an American flag and supporters everywhere wearing Americana merch. Using Obama as the symbol of America seems to have been working well for the campaign so far, and it appears to be inspiring the younger vote and the college vote specifically in order to go out and vote.
I can do fighting right now for our future, and I just am really inspired, and I want to be a part of it.
With this being the first stop for Obama since endorsing Harris, he made clear to voters that there is zero doubt in his mind about how Kamala is the leader that America needs.
Real strength is about helping people who need it and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves. That is what we should want for our daughters and for our sons, and that is what I want to see in a president of the United States of America.
In the last few weeks of the 2024 election, it's clear that Democrats are trying to pull out every single stop they have in order to win this election. And they just put out what may be their most powerful, Barack Obama and his oration abilities. The question then becomes, is that enough to win Kamala Harris the White House on November 5th? In Oakland, for UView Television, I'm Ethan Rowinski.
No, yeah, so that was a wild experience. And it was, it was crazy seeing him, actually speak live for the first time since the Democratic Convention, like I was saying.
Yeah, so what would you say were the key takeaways from the speech?
The biggest takeaway, I think, Obama does not like Trump. He does not like Donald. He talked about it at the Democratic Convention a little bit, but this speech was like a definitive, Trump is just not, he's not a candidate for the people. Democrats are always talking and like making this point about how, Trump is not for the people, Trump is bad for you. But there is no speaker like Obama who can weave together the exact, point and like baby step you to each why he is not good for you, pretty much. And the entire media has been just loving this speech and eating up every single part of it. There's the biggest part was, he was like, oh, Trump's probably never changed a diaper. And then someone in the crowd was like, except his. And then Obama responds like, I almost said that.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Do you think it will engage voters who are maybe thinking of not voting in the election? And we are a swing state. Do you think that
Absolutely.
This is going to swing us?
So it's really interesting because Obama is such a hugely popular figure. Even to this day, he is the biggest Democrat in the party right now, by and far 100%. And earlier in the day, he was at a campaign office, and he talked about how part of him being here was he really wanted to get, black men was his goal to vote, because some of them he was talking about, they might be turned off in this election because it's a woman running for president. So a big part of that was, one, engaging that voter base, and two, just in general, people still like Obama. To this day, people even, you can go back and forth about the pros and cons of his presidency, but as a person, as, in the memory of, especially in comparison with Trump right after, people still like Obama. So with him, not just making Twitter posts about his support for Kamala, actually going out and saying this in these amazing speeches. I'll say the word amazing, that might be a little biased, but he is a great orator. But going out and giving these grand speeches, that might be one of the deciding factors in a swing state like Pennsylvania specifically. It's important that he came here first, in Pittsburgh, in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Ethan.
No, thank you for having me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Brat Summer has come to an end, but with the release of Charlie XCX's Brat Deluxe album, we are getting ready for Brat Fall. Cade Montgomery has the scoop.
That's right, Gabriella. Brat Summer may have ended, but don't worry because we are still just living that life. Brat Fall has just arrived, and I'm here to talk all about it. Last week, artist Charlie XCX released a new version of her hit summer album, Brat, titled Brat, and it's completely different, but also still Brat. The album features remixes of all of the tracks from the original album, with other artists being featured on each track. This release was no surprise, as several of the remix tracks have periodically been released between when the album first came out and now, including Von Dutch featuring Addison Rae, Girl So Confusing featuring Lorde, Talk Talk featuring Troye Sivan, Guess featuring Billie Eilish, and 360 featuring Robin and Young Lean. This new album features the previously mentioned artists as well as BB Tricks, The 1975, John Hopkins, A.G. Cook, Caroline Polachek, Blade, The Japanese House, Tinashe, Julian Casablancas, Bon Iver, Shy Girl, and the most talked about, Ariana Grande. To promote the new album, billboards featuring the featured artist names in the now iconic Brat Green font and lime green background began appearing in the artist's hometowns, and a track list was later confirmed by Charlie XCX. One thing that sets most of these songs apart from the traditional features is the fact that these songs are almost all entirely different from the originals, making it a whole new listening experience for fans. Though this release seemed like it could be the end of new music for the Brat era, the future of it is still unknown, as a new track was added to the album after its release. That track is Spring Breakers featuring Kesha. Who knows if XCX plans to add even more songs to the album, or if another edition of Brat could possibly be on the way. We're just going to have to guess, because girl, this is so confusing.
Did you listen to the remix album?
Of course I listened to the remix album, Brought Forever.
Come on, you would just talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My favorite track personally was the Sympathies and Knife remix with Ariana Grande. It was the most anticipated, most talked about. I'm a big Ariana Grande fan, so I was looking forward to it. Have you guys listened to the new album?
I sure have.
I haven't yet.
Not yet.
But I need something to do.
Fear I haven't listened to the remix or the other one, so I think I'm uneducated, but I think I should educate myself.
Berkeley, what was your favorite?
So I with A.G. Cook.
Very
A beautiful
good.
song. I also loved Apple as well, the remix.
The Japanese House.
Yes. Club Classics with BB Tricks. So good.
So good. And it's just so interesting to like listen to this album the first time because I was just expecting, you know, the same songs but like with an artist feature, like how it normally is when an artist announces a remix. And I was just so surprised when almost all the songs were like completely different tracks. Like when I listened to the new Ariana Grande remix, it's like a whole different song. It's not just like Ariana Grande has a verse on this already made song. And that's what I think really sets Charlie apart from so many artists right now is she's like doing something that so many artists really aren't right now.
And not only do they like the remixes, they sound different, but they're also complementary to the original songs as well. So you really do have to like listen to both.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like she's like also like even though I haven't listened to anything, like her like having like the Brat Summer, like the green, like she's like having things that like help her showcase her stuff, kind of like Prince, like when his color purple and stuff like that. And I think it's like
Icon status.
so awesome. Like, yes, but like I think that's like you're just taking a strategy further to make sure that you are making a name for yourself. I think that's awesome.
Definitely.
Sure.
There was an interview where someone had asked her about the Brat Green and she flipped her hair and she was like, it's so funny that it's called Brat Green now. And it is, like she has made that color her brand and it's just so awesome. And I really recommend you guys listen to the album because it's super cool, especially if you loved some of the songs from the first album, just the regular Brat. I think you're really going to love the remix album.
All right.
Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you, Kate.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. We're going to take another break here.
When we come back, our new segment, Daybreak Hotline, but with a twist.
So make sure to stay tuned. Welcome back. Thanks for calling us on our Daybreak hotline. We are something special today. Instead of our normal Q&A, we're doing the Bean Boozled Challenge. Are you guys nervous?
Yes.
No, I am.
Oh. Boozled.
Like literally
Dreading.
boozled.
Yes.
We got punked. Like we got punked.
We got punked.
This is my worst nightmare.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I don't know
How do you want to do this?
Okay. All right.
we
I
just-
say we go 3 rounds because there's 3 of us.
Okay.
And then we call it a day. Do you want to shake and just grab one randomly?
Oh.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
Sure.
Okay. Oh, I got a blue one.
I got like the brown marble one.
Oh, I got either pomegranate or Old Bandage.
This one.
And I have Toothpaste or blueberry?
Stink bug or toasted marshmallow?
Oh. Okay. Who wants to go first? Nose goes.
I'll go. Fine. Toasted marshmallow.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay. Next. I'm not too scared about this flavor. Toothpaste, but that's not bad.
No.
Like, respectfully.
Okay, let's see. Okay, pomegranate. Woo! Yay!
Yay.
Oh, wait, no, I'm scared. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse
wait.
from here.
So we're doing 3 rounds, like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep this energy going.
Okay. I have dirty dishwater or birthday cake.
Dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie?
I either have dead fish or strawberry.
Look at my one.
Okay.
I'm smelling it right now. I don't know what it is.
You can always take the mercy.
Yeah, we do have a
if
mercy.
you really need to. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
I have the different flavor. So pray for me.
Oh.
Okay, you ready?
It wasn't that good. It's like dirty sock.
Ew.
I will say.
Ready? Even though you don't want to?
No, it's you.
Okay.
All you.
Okay. What's the other one? Strawberry banana smoothie.
Oh, that actually sounds good though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I can still almost taste like the dirty sock in my mouth.
Ew.
I will say. I think toothpaste. Flavor back.
Oh my God.
Alright. Last round.
Last one.
Should we actually keep it in? Like, at least for like 3 seconds.
Okay, if we get a bad one, we have to like chew it for like 5 seconds.
Okay.
Alright, big stakes this last round. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, what do I have? Uh-oh. Wait, I think I have...
I'm making a mess.
I have Old Bandage or pomegranate.
I think I have the dead fish and strawberry banana smoothie. I really hope it's not the bar for peach one.
Yeah.
I think...
I can't smell anything either, so we're gonna...
Yeah, I can't smell anything.
I have Old Bandage and pomegranate again.
Do you want to pick another one?
Go ahead.
I wasn't going to suggest that, but...
Let's switch it up. You should have the same flavor.
Okay. I can't believe I suggested we keep it in for 3 seconds. Okay.
The rotten egg one.
Ew! Rotten egg or buttered popcorn. Both of these stink.
I know. Okay. All right. I went first. You haven't gone first yet.
No, we went the same order. You go first.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
1,
2,
3. Okay.
It got worse.
Okay.
Okay. Pomegranate.
That's so awful.
How did I get all the good ones?
No, this is gonna.
You got this. I got all the bad ones, but at least I got mint. Oh my God. That was like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
What was it?
Rotten egg.
Oh my God.
Awful. It's stuck in my teeth.
That was not fun.
Okay. What's over? Okay, it's over.
It's done. We're done.
Daybreak.
Thank you so much for watching, and you can watch our previous episodes on our YouTube channel, UVIEW Television.
Follow our Instagram at Daybreak PPU for updates about our shows and Daybreak hotline links.
We'll see you next week. I'm Becca.
I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Berkeley. From all of us here at Daybreak, thank you for watching and have a great day.